Welcome to Wet Hot Wine. Today we have our first actual guest, and she's a legit expert. So pop a cork. We're having a new versus old world face-off, and Keri might drop a couple names. Stay tuned. So, Keri, I am so excited for you to be here tonight and excited for you to meet my friend. So, for those who don't know, Keri and I have been friends for 15 years or so. That's a story.
Now I want to hear it. I know.
Maybe later, if there's a little bit of time. But I've been kind of on the sidelines a little bit, getting to watch Keri's career, hearing about her journey like through enology and viticulture school. Did I say that right?
Yes.
And then becoming a sommelier and traveling to the Maldives and to New Zealand and I don't know, maybe other places that I'm not aware of. Maybe. And then coming back to the Pacific Northwest. We're so glad to have you back and journeying into like becoming a restaurateur and now into nutrition and wellness. It's like, oh my gosh, it's all the amazing things.
It's been a journey.
So I'm just really happy for you to be here tonight. And Keri gave us our wine assignment.
Yes.
So she suggested that we go old world versus new world wine. And actually just in the assignment, you helped me learn something new. Like I didn't realize, so we're drinking Syrah. Mm-hmm. I didn't know they had different names just based on like where they came from. I think I always thought like a Shiraz is slightly different. Mm-hmm. But it's not. It's like, it's all Syrah. Is that right?
I might have a story about that.
Oh.
Yay.
So I'm just really happy that you're here. We're going to be tasting 3 different Syrahs, 2 new world, 1 old world. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So should we start with France?
Yeah.
So I thought this was kind of interesting because it's the same grape, but first of all, I think the first thing to notice is on this label in the front, it doesn't say Syrah.
Yeah. I was the one that picked out that wine and I struggled to find, because you asked to look for just a Rhone and I went to 3 different stores and not one store had one because I wanted to do it, just like all, Syrah grapes, but I couldn't find one. I mean, I found a few of, I don't know how to say it correctly. Like,
that's Côte de Rhone.
Oh, I was saying it right. I was like, Côte.
It means
Côte de Rhone?
It's
like,
coast. Coast.
Oh. Okay. I don't know French, but
No, I've learned 2 things tonight.
But yeah, so I found a handful of them at all the stores, but I couldn't find just a Rhone. So finally at Total Wine, I just picked one. So
Total Wine's a great resource.
Yeah, and they actually were really helpful there too. They were helping me. They were all like, "We don't have one." And we were all just like all hands on deck looking.
Look at the back. I didn't know if it would say it on. Sometimes now they say them on the back, but I'm that age where I can't.
Oh,
I'd have to take a picture of it.
and do I need to read it?
Does it say?
That one did not. But some of them were like Grenache and Syrah and.
Do you want me to read the back? See, delicious and savory from day one. This is the commitment of our Gabrielle Meffre signature wines. Let's see. For each appellation and in keeping with the characteristics of the vintage, our know-how is recognizable through our experienced blending of terroir and grape varieties and through our careful maturing, favoring purity of fruit and silkiness of texture. This elegant and round Côte de Rhone reveals hints of cherry and spicy notes. Recipe idea. Old pork and mashed potato.
That was
Mashed potato.
Yeah,
That's what I should have brought.
Yeah, I want some mashed potatoes with my wine.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that was a lot of words on the back of a bottle.
Very wordy.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you for that. So something that's interesting and different, like about labels on old wines, is that they don't think about the grape like we do. Like we think, oh, I drink Pinot Noir. Oh, I drink this. Oh, I drink that. In France, they think of the area.
Okay.
And that area expresses that grape.
The
terroir. So like terre,
Terroir.
Like a
Okay.
terroir. And what terroir means is a sense of place expressed through wine or food or something.
That's interesting.
So in Côte d'Rône, it's rare, and so Rhône is known for Syrah, but it's rare to find just Syrah there. They do a blend, and it's usually the GSM Grenache Syrah.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was looking at the grapes.
Wow.
And this is GSM.
Can I make
I
you
was-
pour?
I was gonna, I was actually gonna ask that. Like, so if you're in France and you see like a Côte d'Rône,
Mhm.
you would just instantly know then that it was gonna be like some blend with a Syrah in it.
And you wouldn't know how much. They don't really say.
Okay,
And
interesting.
Inside Côte d'Rône, they have, I don't know if you've heard of before. Am I pouring an okay amount for everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Perfect.
yes.
I'm just loving
I'm
the
gonna pour it.
professional.
I'm
Like,
I know.
Pour
I know.
left-handed
You're
even.
such a better pourer than
I know we're all like praying, over serving ourselves.
So yeah, they have an area inside there called Châteauneuf de Pape, and that's
Oh,
usually-
yeah.
and you know that one. So that's like usually 13 varieties of grapes in there.
is that why the
okay.
name is so long?
Yeah, it's Châteauneuf is ninth house of the Pope, Châteauneuf de Pape. It was a castle they had.
Oh.
Interesting.
We need to do something about that.
I know.
We have a funny story.
We do have a funny story.
about that one.
de Pape.
Yeah.
Another day, I guess.
And then so it just says the wine, and then like it said here, the vintage. So a big. Well, we can taste first, and then I can talk.
no.
Okay.
We were admiring the color earlier.
Yeah, the color. Oh, I smell the spice. Like,
And Grenache, Grenache tends to have a little spice. Syrah is known for like a black pepper.
yeah.
It smells good.
Oh, look at me!
She overswirled.
Too
that's my
excited!
job.
It's too exciting! It's too exciting!
I'm the one that gets caught up in the swirl.
I smell like really cherry-y too.
Yeah, it's cherries.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's nice.
Is it lighter than you imagined? Because they're usually a little bit lighter.
It is a little bit lighter.
bodied than
It's
I
like
imagined.
smooth too. So, like
Very
sometimes
smooth.
it's like kind of hits you really hard, but this one is a little smoother.
I feel like there is some acid though. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, but not like I don't know.
it's not like
sometimes-
bitey.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think here, this is kind of a show, here in New World, we think about varietals, and sometimes there's blends, but sometimes people think of blends as like the lower level. But I think sometimes blends really show like winemaker's talent,
Yeah.
you know? But they said they expressed the vintage. So something else different about Old World versus New World is that they're not allowed to irrigate in France. So like we get to irrigate, so we kind of almost make weather for grapes in New World, but there's a lot of areas in France that to call it that, you don't get to irrigate. So if it's a bad year, it just represents
So they
that
can't
year.
like supplement water in those years. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, like in Walla Walla, we couldn't grow
Oh,
grapes
gosh.
without.
Well, yeah.
It's so dry out there. I think that's why they like it, because they can control the
Then you
moisture.
have water rights and all that stuff. So those are two big differences, I think, between when you're looking at labels and you have to know, like here, like people strive for consistency. And, you're like, you have that, years are a little bit different, but they can control it a little bit. And so here it represents the year. And so that's why vintages can be more valuable. Like one year's costs more than others. Like here we keep wines the same price pretty much.
Oh,
Okay.
like do they like? I mean, it has to get some. Is it like just with whatever rain happens? That's
And then different types of like different soils. There's little pockets of clay. It collects water. So, and then, that happens and it's down low. And so they think of how the roots have to go so deep because they have to find water and seek out water. And so it gets more of the terroir. So you're expressing the land.
Really is
That's
true.
So
And it almost sounds like we're cheating over here.
Yeah,
We are
I mean,
connections to the system.
absolutely.
This is America.
And now we can be like, so is this dry farmed or?
I think there are some places in America that do dry farming, like in the New World, but that's because I'm a gardening nerd, so I know that. But
and that could, and that's that traditional, and I think that's really cool. Because it's harder. It's a risk.
yeah.
know?
Oh, for sure, a risk. I mean, I would assume a lot of those places probably supplement if they need to. But
Yeah.
Well, it's always so funny to me too, Keri, because I've known you so long, and I was thinking about it. I don't actually know what got you started in wine. Like, how did this happen?
Well, I started I think I'm older than all of you, but in 2001, I was moving to. I graduated from Clark College, and then I went for a week to Hawaii, and came home and bought a one-way ticket, and never used my degree until now. Actually, I'm kind of using it, which is weird. But so I went. My friends took me down wine tasting for like a little celebration before I moved to Hawaii, and I was like, you know, just like mind blown, and the people that were amazing there. And then I moved to Hawaii and became a bartender and just living my life for a little while. And 2003, I went on a trip to New Zealand. I spent a month on each island, just backpacking around. And so I was down there, and I had this. My mom had been sending me things about the school in Walla Walla opening up, the wine school there, because she knew I liked wine, and I was like, I love Hawaii. And so but I went there, and I was on a day trip in Nelson, a wine trip, and I just had this like, oh my gosh, this is across the world. I could do wine anywhere in all these beautiful places. So I went home, and I left Hawaii, moved back here, and started. I was in the, I think, 3rd or 4th class of the Walla Walla viticulture and winemaking program.
Yeah, Walla Walla was like pretty podunk back then.
I was there 04 to 06.
Which is so funny because I was
20 years ago.
living 2 decades ago.
We don't need to talk about that.
Well, it's funny because I was living in Walla Walla at that time too, but we didn't know
each other.
That is so wild.
Yeah.
You worked at the bagel shop I liked.
Yeah,
So
he
funny.
probably served you a bagel and didn't know.
And it was delicious.
I did make the best bagels.
You really did. That place was amazing. So I started there, and then so I spent a year doing viticulture and then winemaking. And it turns out I don't like to make wine; I like to drink wine.
Sounds right.
And so winemaking seems very romantic, but to me it was chemistry and cleaning, and those are 2 of my least favorite things like in the world. So I found a sommelier school in New Zealand.
Oh,
And so I moved to Christchurch,
wow.
New Zealand, and
Forget Hawaii.
Yeah, and I was lucky. I was 29, so I was able to get like a working holiday visa. Because when you're, I don't know if it still is this way. That was in the early 2000s, but it was between 18 and 29. You can work for a year. In New Zealand, you just have a visa; it's free. And so I went there and did the sommelier school, and I did the Wine and Spirits Education Trust.
Oh yeah,
So there's kind of 2 routes.
That's
and-
the class. We took a class with
Yeah.
them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. The first one.
The first one.
The foundation?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
level 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I did at the school we did level 2 and level 3. So the level 2 of that and level 3, and so I did that. But they did the hospitality part because she had a restaurant too. So the school, the bottom layer was a restaurant, the second was a cooking school, and then it was the wine school.
Oh,
nice.
And so
Wow.
I was there, and then I got some cool. I don't know. They just loved Americans working there because everybody's like, "Do you just want to work here?" I'm like, "Okay." So I worked at a couple wineries and stuff, when I was doing that as well. And then I went a little crazy and was looking at I think the quartermaster sommeliers for jobs, and I found one in the Maldives off the coast of India.
Wow.
So I applied for that, and I moved sight unseen to the
Wow.
Maldives. It was wild.
Yeah.
And so I was there for almost a year, and it was an island that was 1,000 yards by 200 yards.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a very beautiful
Cozy.
prison.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
How long were you there for?
I was there almost a year.
Okay.
But that's like dog years, so like 7.
Wow.
Wait, 1,000 yards by
I know. How big
200
is that?
yards. It's like,
Like 10
I
football
wouldn't
fields?
Call that big.
yeah.
No, that's tiny.
and that was the size of the entire island.
Yes, you could walk around it in 20 minutes.
Oh my.
So what was on it?
A resort, 5-star
Okay.
resort.
Okay.
Just that's
so
it. One
yeah,
resort.
It was just
yeah.
one resort.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
But it was an
How did
interesting.
you do you have to get there by boat? Is that
I got there. It took a long time. I think it took 44 hours doorstep to doorstep. But I went to Chicago, and then I had a long layover in London, and I had a friend there, and he picked me up, and we went and drank all the bubbles. And then I got on the plane and went there, and then you get to the main island, and then I had to go to the they made me go to the crazy island and get like a chest X-ray because they didn't want anybody to have tuberculosis.
Oh.
So I had to go like literally straight off a plane.
get a
And
chest
they're
X-ray?
like, okay, leave your stuff here and go with this person. I was like, had to like jump over boats and then got there and we like got in a cab and he's yelling at the cab driver. He doesn't like speak English. And I was nervous. So I kept talking to him, you know, and he was just like, oh, you're so annoying. And we sat in the hospital and then I like was waiting and then I looked and he had all my paperwork and I looked around and I was like, I don't know where he is. And he had just like moved the other room. So I stopped talking to him.
Oh my gosh.
But then, and then you take a seaplane.
Oh my
Wow.
To get there.
gosh.
It's pretty wild.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it was interesting though, because it's a Muslim country.
Mhm.
So alcohol is illegal.
Oh,
You just have to pay a ton and they let you have it.
Oh.
Well,
interesting.
Wow,
So that's
okay.
why it was allowed on the resort, because the
Mhm.
resort probably paid like
Mhm.
all the fees, I'm assuming.
Then the wine was, I mean, my least expensive bottle, this was 2007, was like $70.
Oh, wow.
You know, it
Oh,
was,
wow.
it was,
It was marked up.
yes. But most people from there were from Britain. So it's
Mhm.
like they pay in pounds and US dollars seem cheap, you know, that
Yeah.
exchange rate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had some, Axl Rose came.
Oh.
Lily James and just a couple of, it was
Wow.
really funny.
Oh,
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Did you like talk to them?
Yeah, he didn't drink wine though. His little tiny model girlfriend drank rosé, but he drank Capareñas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wait, what
British,
is this?
not British, Brazilian.
Brazilian, yeah. I know that because my father, my
Oh,
stepdad is
yeah,
Brazilian.
yeah.
So he makes us capareñas all the time. And
so good.
They're so good.
When they're done right.
When they're done right, yeah. And when you can actually find the
Cachaça.
cachaça. Yeah, it's really hard to find. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I went there and then I went to, I don't know if you remember this, I spent the longest 6 months of my life in Ellensburg, Washington after
Oh.
that.
that would be quite a shock.
Yeah.
I was
A little
ready.
bit different.
I was ready to leave the island. I kind of did because I went from Hawaii to Walla Walla, and that was a little shock. And then I was like, Maldives to Ellensburg. What am I doing?
Yeah.
But I was working at the Gorge Amphitheater
Okay.
Winery there, Cape B.
Mhm.
My friend Freddie, who's amazing, he and I went to school together, and his beautiful wife, who's also named Keri, her parents started the Gorge Amphitheater.
Oh.
And so I got to, that family is just fantastic. They're
Wow.
like some of the best people you'd ever meet. So I worked there for 6 months, but then New Zealand, my school in New Zealand, they got a hold of me and they're like, hey, we're looking for a wine tutor. And so I went back to New Zealand and then taught the course. So I taught the level 2 and level 3 for
nice.
almost 3 years.
No, maybe we could just get lessons from you.
I was saying that she might have to be like a semi-regular guest here.
Yeah. Seriously.
So yes, I think that's
That-
my
yeah.
route. And then, and when I was there studying, I did the next level, the diploma of wine and spirits. So if I would have stayed there, I was going to do a master.
Wow.
Wine. So
wow.
there's kind of 2 routes. That Wine and Spirits Education Trust is more kind of general wine, but the sommelier is more like restaurant based.
Okay.
They
It's a
also have like
service.
spirits and stuff too.
Yeah, we had to do spirits tasting. How do you like the wine, by the way?
It's really good.
I like this
it.
wine.
Good.
very
I like that it's like pretty light, but I do love like the kind of like peppery and spicy. You know, like you get some spice that comes out, which is really nice.
It's got a little bit of fruit, but not too much fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I
Yeah.
found I like about old world wines is they have sometimes other wines can tend to be just fruit forward, which is easy and good to drink. But,
right.
you know, I mean, pulled pork and mashed potatoes. Okay.
Yeah.
This is like the barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
I need mashed potatoes with this.
Yeah.
I'd eat mashed potatoes with anything.
Yeah, I know.
That's probably true.
I really love Pinots, and it kind of has some similarities as far as like the body, and you know, Pinots can have some of that like spice and peppery notes as well.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I can taste some of that.
Yeah.
Do you have
Oh,
a favorite wine?
That's
Like or
hard.
a favorite like region or
Or favorite anything.
anything? Yeah.
I would think that'd be very difficult for you to decide.
It is,
Okay, maybe give us a short list.
Yeah.
Like just one. Give us like a short
Maybe
list.
like where I was. So like when I was in
Yeah.
Walla Walla, I loved I mean, Le Cole is great. They have a Chenin Blanc that I just love. I had a friend that worked at Le Cole, and I worked at Canoe Ridge Winery,
Okay.
and we had a Gewürztraminer, and they had a Chenin Blanc. We used to trade cases of it.
Oh,
It's
fun.
Yeah.
amazing. And you know, Sevilla. They're beautiful. They make beautiful wine. So I think when I was there, it was funny because I didn't really like red until I went to Walla Walla, and I still am more of a white wine drinker, and honestly, rosé to be. That's what if I'm not just like tasting, if I'm just drinking, I'm usually drinking a rosé. So with that, I was used to those heavier reds, and then I went to the Newport Seafood and Wine Festival and drank a bunch of Pinots, and I was like, I hadn't really had Pinot much, and I was like, it's so like thin and this, and I was like, but it was so different, and then I became like a Pinot lover, and then so. And then when I lived in New Zealand, I was a big Sauvignon Blanc fan. They have some amazing ones there.
Kind of what they're known for, isn't it?
It is. It is. They make great ones there. They make some terrible ones too, but they make really good ones. It's an interesting place there. Especially Marlborough, where the most of those are made at. They have it's called diurnal flux. That's the cold of the night and the hot of the day. And so the hot of the day gets really warm and you get kind of more ripe, but the cold at night keeps that nice acidity.
That's interesting.
And there they plant in old riverbeds, so they're really well drained, so it doesn't hold the water. And the Sauvignon Blanc doesn't like a lot of water. It likes some well drained soil.
Wow.
So that's such a cool like gardening hack, like using the land, using like what's already there to grow it the way it wants to be grown.
Yeah,
I love that.
I miss those wines. They were so good. When I was in the Maldives, I found I could get one New Zealand wine. It was called Clos Henri, and if you ever see it, get it. It's so good. But Clos Henri, and but they had a sister one in Sancerre in France, which is where that's like the heart of Sauvignon Blanc, and so they were the same company, but so it was very French in style, but it was beautiful. And there in the Maldives, it's so hot, and so that was such like a refreshing wine, and it was really good. So I sold so much. I think I sold that island, the chain out of it for ever. I sold so much of that wine. That was like my major seller because it was so refreshing and easy and really good to pair with food too. Because there it was a lot more Asian style foods, which is kind of harder to pair with sometimes.
That would be good.
Because if you have tannins, it sometimes spices get spicier.
Oh, interesting.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because it kind of like dries out. Yeah.
I had one person one time that, I don't know if you heard of Barolo. It's very expensive. Like it was like a $600 bottle, and they had it with curry. And I was like, here you go. And they were like, it's not as good as I thought. I was like, yeah, I don't think it is either.
Not comparing.
And then now where I'm at, it's kind of hyper local. I have an office at the Academy downtown, and we have an amazing winery in the parking lot that just arrived there. It's called Dovetail Cellars. They're amazing, and they Ben actually, the winemaker, went to school in Walla Walla, and he's been the winemaker at Burnt Bridge Cellars for many years, but they're kind of stopping their production, so they're just kind of finishing their what they have. And so him and his amazing wife Allison, he goes to Walla Walla and makes it there. So that's my current favorite. They have a great
Yogan wine. That's
they do a Morvet, they do a Grenache, they do their Chardonnay is insane, and the Pinot Noir Rosé.
Nice.
Oh, and a Cab Franc. So some things that are a little bit different, but beautiful wines.
What's it called? Dovetail?
A Dovetail.
Yeah, we'll have to go
Good
there.
for you, Dovetail.
Right after that.
Organized gang of wine moms.
Love it.
Organize ourselves all the way down there.
Yeah.
Well, should we move on to some New
Yes.
World wine?
Yes.
So it looks like we have from the Columbia Valley a Syrah by Novelty Hill. I don't think we know anything about this winery.
Yeah, no.
I'm not familiar
I've never
with this
heard
one.
of it.
It's from Woodinville, looks like. So, yeah.
A little up north.
Oh. It says the name is inspired by the Latin "in novale novello." In virgin ground, I plant young vines.
Oh.
So, interesting.
In
Okay.
virgin ground, I plant young vines.
New vine.
I
Young
plant-
vines. You're right.
It's like low-key aggressive.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel a little weird about that.
Yeah.
It sounds like poetry.
Can I tell you a pouring story?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I did a competition in New Zealand, a sommelier of the year competition, and we did a tasting, a blind tasting. We did a written test, and then we did a service test. And then when I went to the service test, it was like this very intimidating group of people. And I had to open a bottle of wine and pour champagne and pour into 6 glasses and be even and not go back. That was the goal. And I was really close. I was like that. But
Oh my gosh.
I got first runner up in the country.
Oh,
Wow.
I had 3 silver medals.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
No wonder
Should
she's
have
such
worn them
a.
tonight.
I know. I
Next
don't know.
time.
I don't know what happened to them because in New Zealand there was a huge earthquake, and I think they were in my office, and I don't think they made it with me.
no.
Yeah, so that's why I'd left New Zealand because I was slightly deported because my visa was tied to the school, and the school was destroyed with us in it.
It was that bad.
No.
There was
Wow.
Oh, it was a
Yeah,
horrible
it was
earthquake.
2011.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I was
Actually
there.
met Keri like right after that, and
Wow.
you were still like very wound up because it sounded
like-
really stressful.
We're happy to have
Yeah,
you.
that's
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been counseling a long time. No,
Yeah.
it was wild.
Yeah.
Still like with trucks and stuff. and-
Oh yeah.
you know.
I mean, so you like felt everything and like it was what
Oh,
was
yeah.
what is it, not-
Magnitude.
Magnitude. Sorry, I was
It
trying
was-
to say diameter. What was the diameter of the?
We had one a couple months before that was 6.9. It was in the middle of the night, and that was wild.
And it was a 6.9.
Yeah, we had a 6.9, but
Oh,
the one
my
that like
word.
destroyed the city was a 6.3, but it was like a vertical earthquake, like that, and it was way more violent.
Interesting.
Yeah. it
Were
was
there
wild.
a lot of casualties?
There was almost 100.
Wow.
And the earthquake building, the building that's supposed to be the most earthquake safe, was the one that was like the most destroyed.
Oh,
Weird, because it was for this kind of earthquake, not.
Oh.
It was crazy. But
That's wild.
all right, so
Yes.
what do you notice about this right away?
So much darker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like deep
The
red.
smell is really different, but I can't
Yeah.
So
pinpoint it.
this is also a blend.
This one is mostly Syrah. So in Washington, I don't know if this is still the same. It's been a little while since I've looked this up, but previously you only have to have 75% of a varietal to
Oh.
call it that,
Oh.
I didn't know
and
that.
you don't have to put the other 25%, whatever it is, on the label.
Interesting.
But
We all taste.
We can.
I can't. What does it smell like to you guys? It smells like
Pepper.
perfumey to me for some reason.
Violet to me,
What was it?
Yeah.
What did you get?
like violet.
Violet. Mhm.
I feel like the last one, I don't know if this is going to make sense. The last one was more savory than this one.
I think you're correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
That's the
I was
old
getting,
world.
Like almost like coconut.
Or like a that can come from the oak. That's a real thing.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And that comes from different types of oak. Usually American oak has some vanilla and toasted coconut.
Yeah.
I get that.
And
This is nice.
in
It's not bad.
in France, they use a lot more old late barrels. So they're just more neutral. They're just a vessel to age in. But in America, we can use more new barrels, and so you get those oak flavors as well.
Yeah.
Maybe is it just because like we need to make more barrels, or
I think it's just kind of a style
Or just
thing
we
too.
prefer it.
Yeah. And you don't have to do all new barrels. You can do like, 60%,
Yeah.
if it's 100 barrels, 60 and then 40 old.
yeah.
But
Yeah, this is definitely oaky.
mhm.
I get that oakiness at the end, like the finish. Yeah. I'm trying to remember my wine terms.
That's okay.
So why?
Me too.
Sorry. Why? I was like too busy trying to pinpoint my flavor that I was getting. But why did you say that the color is so much darker?
Well, so Syrah has darker skins. And there's these things in wine that makes the color. It's called anthocyanins. And there's and this is actually like in the health world, they're actually polyphenols. So they're antioxidants.
Okay.
Healthy.
Oh, okay.
We're antioxidizing right now.
Yeah.
So you're saying the darker the wine, the more antioxidants?
Well, a little bit. So like something like Pinot has more red anthocyanins. That's why it looks more red. But Syrah has more blue.
Yeah.
So that's
like,
why it
this
looks more purple.
Okay.
blue
Okay.
in color than.
And so this is when I had to do a lot of crazy blind tasting. And so when you see that color, you're like, oh, that's a really good clue that it might be a Syrah. When you see that more purple color.
Okay. But it doesn't necessarily have to do with like the body or anything like that. Or because I always like sometimes think like, oh, the darker the wine, like kind of the heavier the body maybe. Because like you drink like cabs and they're definitely like, deeper red, and then you see Pinots and they're more kind of like that raspberry color.
Mhm.
So, and I always associate that with like, okay, well, Cabs are going to be definitely more full bodied and Pinots are light bodied. So I always kind of associate that. So as soon as we poured this, I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to like it because I prefer more of the light bodied wines. But this is actually like the mouthfeel is still fairly
it's
light.
pretty
Pretty
light.
smooth.
Yeah, and pretty smooth.
Sometimes people that want, because a lot of people associate quality with darker wines, and so when they let the skin soak and things and they have the color, you can actually kind of like, when you're making the wine, you could bleed off a little bit of juice to have more skins per ratio to make a darker wine.
Does
that make
Some
sense?
people will think it's more.
Because some people are like, oh, it's so dark, it must be really good.
Interesting.
So in the old world, like, in the old world wines, are they just not like, why are those so much lighter then? I mean, obviously it's like,
I think it's more of a blend.
Oh, a blend.
They don't usually.
Yeah, there's one wine that I know of in the Rhone that is only Syrah, and it's
Okay.
called a Côte Rôtie, which means roasted slope.
okay.
Maybe Côte is slope. I could be wrong. Maybe it's slopes. Sorry. I'm thinking Côte d'Azur. That's the Blue Coast. But anyways, my French is not.
It's okay.
But this place Côte Rôtie, it's on this big slope. Northern Rhone is like really skinny when we have the Appalachians, and then it gets really large at the bottom. But it's like these slopes, and they have these winds, and the grapes have to like hang on more, so they get almost thicker skins because they have to hang on. And this wind is actually called the Mistral. It keeps being a Jeopardy answer, and I'm like, okay, you guys, thank you for making me feel very smart. But that there's a legend that the Mistral, when the Mistral blew, like you could. It made women crazy, so you could like murder your husband if and be like justified. Yeah, I know, right? But it is a Mistral. It's the wind.
Mistral made me do it. Alas.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
The one thing to think about with the body is the like the amount of like Pinot has really thin skins, and the Syrah and Cabs, they have such thicker skins. And so that really translates later to body.
I see.
And I really liked your analogy because I'm a fangirl that I'm listening to all your podcasts about the soups.
Yeah.
I thought that was really great. I always did it with, for my students with milk.
Oh, yeah.
That like skim milk,
Yeah.
2% milk, and whole milk.
Yeah.
So that's just another one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That definitely has different mouthfeel.
It probably catches more the subtlety of it too. Like,
Because we would have to, make wine not fun and like write all the tasting notes about everything. But we would do, medium, light, medium, or full bodied. And so, you kind of have to think about those. And so that helped for me.
Yeah. Like kind of like how it almost like coats your mouth.
Exactly.
so we didn't even ask you, Keri, but you brought us a surprise.
I did.
What? Tell me what we're doing.
Cheese.
Oh, I love
Cheese. So I want to talk about when we speak about mouthfeel and body, tannins play a big part of that. And so with tannins, what tannins do is, getting a little geeky sciencey here, they polymerize with protein.
Oh.
So when you have a wine that has a lot of tannins, it polymerizes with the protein in your saliva and sucks it out of your mouth.
Okay.
So that's why people think, most red wines are dry in the reference to lack of sugar, but when it tastes more dry in your mouth, that's tannins. And so if you taste it and then you have a little protein cheese, see how much it changes. That it polymerizes it. That's why like steak and things go with red wine.
Oh, okay.
I feel like this is a good one to try that with. I feel like this one had a lot more tannin than the old.
I
world.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Definitely seemed.
You need a little more?
Yeah, I need
Yep.
a little touch of more.
get it.
I will always take more wine.
Yeah, I definitely felt like my tongue was really dry. Like on this one, I was like, oh.
So yeah, it's tannins stealing your saliva.
Sucks it dry.
I kind of like it. I don't know why.
So
but I
the
like
cheese
that.
will like bring all the
astringent.
saliva back, kind of.
It will polymerize with the cheese, the protein in the cheese instead of your saliva.
Okay.
Okay.
So we should do cheese then wine or wine?
I
and
would
cheese?
do a little wine, just a
Okay.
tiny wine, and we'll do like a baseline. And then we do cheese. So then you cheese, and I kind of like get halfway through chewing and then take another sip.
I'm thinking about those tannins, and I do feel it sucking out my.
Oh, we got a big
mouth.
one.
Oh, thank you.
So I remember a few years ago, Almsy did this experiment, and like, you know, it was open to the public. You could buy tickets and stuff. It was a wine night, and they did something like this, but it was like different cheeses and different
Oh, that sounds amazing.
wine. I know. To this day regret not going. I had to. It was on a weeknight, and I had to work next day.
This is good cheese.
It was good cheese.
I'm about halfway through.
Oh yeah.
Not as
like-
dry.
Oh my gosh. I never noticed that before. That's nice. That's why I like cheese with wine.
Yeah, so it smooths it
Yes,
all out.
that's what I was gonna say. I feel like my mouth feels like smooth now.
Yeah. It was
That's so
it was like
interesting.
slippery.
It is so funny. Yeah, it's totally a different experience. Yeah, that's so fun. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Wow, this is amazing cheese.
Chelsea,
What kind
yeah.
of cheese
What
is
are you
this?
experiencing over there? You have this like
I feel like I'm doing it wrong because she said chew
Like
halfway
halfway.
through, drink some more, and I was like trying to calculate what is halfway through.
you're being exact.
Just have a little cheese residue.
do you need more cheese?
Keep some cheese in your mouth while you take a sip.
There's a really good cheese.
I mean,
This is a
I'll take a big chunk.
I
this time.
think it's called like Santorini. I got it at Costco. It's the one that has it's the Cabernet Sauvignon.
That one is a good one. Trader Joe's has one similar to that too.
It's got those little like crystals in
Yeah,
it too.
that's like-
Those are my favorite.
Something I wonder about too, just with like how wine is taking you to different cultures and different places. Like, is there some like a culture that does wine different than us that you're like, wow, that's really cool. Like, I want to take that with me.
Well, I have this is kind of a different take on it.
That's okay.
But it was kind of a funny story. So when I was in the Maldives, I had to teach people about wine that weren't allowed to drink.
Oh.
And I had these hostesses at one of the restaurants, and she came to me later, and she was like, I went home and I looked up wine on the internet, like it was porn. And she was getting red. It was so cute because they're not allowed, you know. And she was just like, it was so interesting and stuff. So, but yeah, they wouldn't smell it or anything. So so I had to train
not
people.
Even smelling it.
Yeah, so that was a challenge. So that was kind of the
Yeah.
biggest like cultural thing. with wine, I'd
Yeah, a
say.
culture that doesn't
Yeah.
partake but then is engaging.
Yeah, that's
Like-
interesting. It's interesting that they were interested in the wine.
Oh yeah, she was it was so secret. She was so cute. And then I don't know, like I think New Zealand was a bit different. New Zealand was kind of cool because it was people from all around the world.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of, I was kind of known as the American wine girl. And, and we did a lot of, my boss there was she's just amazing in the community, and her father was like mayor of Christchurch. And so she was kind of a pillar of the community. So we were able to do a lot of things and just, I don't know, just a very different drinking culture, I'd say,
Yeah.
around there. But I mean, they do like to party. So it's not like I'm saying it's more refined or
I'm like,
anything.
what kind of different?
Yeah, it was still during the day. And then
Do you have any like crazy stories or from all of your travels?
I had when I was this was traveling not too far when I was in Ellensburg. So I was at the Gorge Amphitheater, and they have concerts there. And so Keri, the innkeeper, called me. And she said the most beautiful words I've ever heard. She said, "Jack Johnson wants to meet you."
Oh,
I was like,
Jack Johnson.
I lived
Yeah.
in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. Oh, you don't know Jack Johnson?
We're gonna have to put some music on like that.
He's like a kind of a chill.
What's that song that why am I
he
blanking?
was like a professional surfer, right?
the banana pancakes.
Yeah.
Banana
Make your banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now.
All right.
All right.
I thank you for the serenade. That is the first time I've ever done that.
I feel like maybe somebody was even harmonizing.
Yeah.
Yes, that was beautiful, and that's the only version of that song I've ever heard. So perfect, ladies.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
That's an original. It is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Made that song.
Yeah.
Well, he's like
Screw
a
Jack Johnson.
very famous singer.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to put that on this
I
here
will
somehow
ask
in the
the
background.
Google.
Play
I'll
that
ask-
music out.
Yeah.
Yes, I will be consulting Google later.
So I got to do a private wine tasting with him and his wife
Oh,
at
wow.
KB in the
Did
winery.
they have banana pancakes?
We did
too?
not. That would not have been a good pairing, though. But he was so kind, and he was like, "Talk to me like I'm a kindergartner. I want to learn." And
Wow.
he and his wife is was like a 5th grade math teacher. Like
Aw.
they were just the kindest,
They seem kind.
nice. It
I
was
mean,
real.
he seems kind.
It was
Mhm.
real, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it was such a cool thing." And but then he was like, "Come over," and I was like, for when you're done working, you can come over." And I was like, "Oh, should I? Shouldn't I? That's kind of weird." And so I went. They're like, "Oh yeah, come back," and I got to watch from the stage
Oh.
and see all the people singing.
That would be awesome.
It was so. That was probably my coolest wine moment.
Wow.
That
Definitely
was
epic.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Should we drink more wine?
Yeah.
100%.
So I think our third wine, Silken Beastie, I like the name, is a Shiraz.
Shiraz.
So in Australia,
Shiraz.
it's Shiraz,
Mhm.
apparently.
Syrah is Shiraz.
So is there rules with Australia about how much Syrah this has to be? Do you know?
I don't know.
You don't know. Yeah.
100%
That's
actually.
okay.
What does it say? What region?
Barossa
Oh,
Valley.
that's the best one.
Oh, that's
Oh.
the best Shirazes. Very
Oh,
good. Well
good
done.
job. Brent picked that
Ooh.
one up.
Yeah, I did.
See, look at this sommelier training you did.
I just the name got me. The Beastie. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Sold.
Okay.
sold.
Let's open it.
Well, and I thought the label was really
think
pretty.
it's a
too.
screw
twist.
top.
A twist.
Yep. You caught me.
And most so in New Zealand, most wines were under screw cap. Even the really expensive wines, like $100 wines, were under screw cap.
Interesting. Is there a reason?
They would send the worst corks down there.
Oh.
And that it like that winery that I told you about, Clos Henri, that I remember a story that they told that they ordered same corks from this company, and they thank you, they same like everything, item number and everything, and they were like, there are these different harvests, so the same people are doing the harvest or bottling and stuff, and they're like, what is going on? These are totally different. And they just would send crap down there. They would send the worst corks. And so when New Zealand was first getting started, most of their wines were getting ruined.
Because the corks were bad.
Mhm.
So they were like, screw your bad corks.
Yeah,
We're just going to do it our way.
we're gonna screw cap.
Interesting. This
Yeah.
one-
This one smells different than the last
It
one.
does. This one smells a little bit
Mm.
more like sulfur.
So, yeah, really sulfury.
Maple
Oh,
syrup.
I don't smell
Or
it.
something.
A little bit.
Mm.
A
It's
little
like
bit
a
maple syrup.
brighter smell.
Maybe
to
get
me,
some
like
air in
a-
it for a minute.
I guess I do smell the sulfur a tad, but let's get some air in this thing. And do your swirling.
Nice and dark too.
Yeah. It is. Sounds
Oh,
like
wow.
a
You're
richer.
right. It is.
So Barossa is a kind of a hot area.
Mm.
So
Okay.
and then so the hotter the area, the riper the wines
Right.
get. So they're
Mm.
get that. And this
And they're
this
generally
is a hot area too, but it doesn't. I don't think it. The same things, even though it's a blend, I've never seen a Syrah like this.
and then the
Mhm.
Washington, that would probably be more because it's more northern.
Mhm.
It would be a little more cold.
think-
like colder.
Yeah, because it's
Colder nights.
Woodinville. That's, not as.
I don't know about the nights in Barossa.
This one's really nice. I like this.
It's like licoricey almost.
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Although I wish that there was like a little bit more bite, like at the end.
It is. It's like a. Yeah, it's not
flies off the
as.
cliff.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. That's what I was thinking too. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like right when I said that, I was like, oh, that's a really good flavor.
And it's
then
gone.
as it sat in my mouth, I was like, oh,
Where'd he go?
yeah, where'd it go? Yeah.
That's interesting.
Chelsea, you look.
That licorice. No, the licorice flavor is like.
Mhm, I do smell teas
Mm.
up.
Are you a black licorice fan, Chelsea?
Oh no.
No. Oh, no. Mhm.
I like fennel, but I don't like black.
I like
licorice.
fennel. I don't like black liquor. Same.
I love it. Every form of fennel. I will.
Yeah, because I know you've been going to school. I
Mhm.
know you've been working in like nutrition and wellness, and I'm so curious. Like, tell me about what you've been doing.
Well, I knew, so I had, I'd worked in the, so I was just finished 29 years in hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a lifetime.
it is. I started at 19 years old.
Wow.
And then when I came back from New Zealand, I was kind of like, what am I going to do with my life? And I actually was working at Little Italy's again. So I'm like, okay, I'm living in my parents' garage and working at the same place I was when I was 19. And I worked at downtown on Sunday. So I go to the farmer's market every weekend. And when I lived in Christchurch, I I lived across from this, oh, you would love it, this art center. Like it was an 1800s old like school. And it was all stone and just so cool. And but they had a farmer's market every weekend there. And I'd go get crepes from this very handsome French man. And so when I came back, I was like, what am I going to do with my life? And I was looking for wine jobs. And I was on the verge of moving to Vegas.
Oh.
Because here in Portland, it was like you're a sommelier / assistant manager / dishwasher / car parker / every, it's just not a position that was available here. And so I was going to move to Vegas, but I was like, maybe I could try crepes at the farmer's market doing that. So I got in and did that so I had the restaurant for 13 years. And then, but in 2021, I started, this is kind of what you were talking about, the health thing. So I knew things were wrong with me. I was like, something is wrong with me. I was so stressed, but just all these things. I was like, something is wrong with me. And I went to my doctor, got my 15 minutes, and she was like, ran blood labs. And then she was like, no, your labs look fine. I think maybe you have fibromyalgia.
Oh.
Bye.
I was going to say,
bye.
or anxiety. That's it. Yeah, you probably have anxiety.
So
how do you
you're working
casually
too
drop
hard.
Fibromyalgia.
Yeah.
And that's
fibromyalgia.
And that was it. And she was just
Take a
like,
vacation.
bye.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, what causes fibromyalgia? So I started looking, and it turns out it's inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, what causes inflammation? I was like, oh, everything in my life. And so I kind of so I started that journey. I started the Institute of Integrative Nutrition because I really just was like more curious for myself. And then and it's a health coach program, but it kind of felt more like an Instagram health coach program. And I wanted to learn a little bit more. So I started with the Nutrition Therapy Association, and that was like a deep dive. And then I just knew, I was like, okay, when my lease is up, I'm going to be done at the restaurant. And but then so yeah, I was like, okay, I'm done. But somehow I miscalculated, and I had a whole nother year on my lease after I'd made my announcement that I was closing at the restaurant. And I was like, what am I going to do? So I did cooking classes for a year there, and it was really, really fun. And I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So I got my functional nutrition therapy practitioner. And so I started doing that and seeing clients. And now I'm doing, I'm with the Institute of Restorative Health. I'm in like halfway through with a program. I'm the first one was the art and science of gastro healing. And then I've just finished my nutritional blood chemistry. But what's really exciting is in March, I'm starting hormones. A hormone course. So I do
rule the world.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to help people around me going through perimenopause.
Yes.
And things.
Nice.
So
Yeah, we feel that.
So my question would be, where does wine fit into the world of nutrition?
it fits interestingly.
Because
and
you mentioned antibiotics, antioxidants earlier. I'm thinking of antibiotics because I just got off of 2 rounds. So
we need to talk about your gut health then.
Yeah, we do. But yeah, how does it fit in the world of nutrition?
It's a challenge for some people sometimes. So for me, like I'm 40. How old am I? I'm 48. I keep thinking I'm like 50, but I'm still 48.
You're not there. No, you're in your 40s.
And so for me with wine, what started happening was it was showing up as inflammation.
Okay.
And so I had to cut wine out. I actually do. So I do a food sensitivity thing. It's an MRT test, and it doesn't show digestive problems. It shows what foods give you inflammation. And so grapes were on there. So I had to cut out grapes and vinegar. And raisins and everything grape related. But what I did was, so I cut it out and really healed myself. And now I can have it every now and then, so it's not, and I did the same thing for me with flour. Like I'm not gluten, like it shows up as inflammation for me. So I know like if I have a little too much wine, I'll wake up the next day and my knee hurts a little, so it shows up as joint pain. And so, but once the thing with functional nutrition is that we want you to heal your body so you can live your life, and I always work first on the liver. So you might have to cut it out for a little bit, but once you heal and those things, you can bring it back in.
That is a relief.
And that's the whole thing is just supporting your body, and you might have to do some type of a protocol, but you can always bring things back and see how they work with you, because something you react to one stage of your life. If you heal things, you can react completely different later.
Yeah. I actually have worked on my gut health a lot too with a functional medicine doctor, whatever. And it is interesting because Derry does hate me, but since I worked with her now, like I can tolerate more and my reaction is much less. So it's so true. Like when your gut health is better, I think everything is better.
I think you have to kind of figure out what works for you. Like with flour, I'm like, I know I can have it now, but I can't have it more than once a day, and I can't have it every day. But I can,
You can have it sometimes. That's encouraging.
Right? Because everybody but it's funny though, whenever I have these meetings with people, they're there because I do GI maps, and sometimes that shows different things. And then I do the sensitivity. So I'm like, oh, here's my meeting. I'm going to ruin your life for a little while.
Yeah.
I did a GI map. That was fun.
I want to see it.
Yeah. I'll show you later.
I know it's funny. All I've done is feed people, and now I'm like, let me see your poop.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. So if people want to show you their stuff, can they find you, or how would they go about?
So my new company or business is called Mirabelle Functional Nutrition.
Oh, okay.
And Mirabelle is actually a plum from France. And it's the most delicious thing I've ever eaten. It was like this beautiful plum that was like perfect blend of sweet and just tart and everything. And I just remember that plum forever. And it was off a tree after the earthquake in New Zealand in this little French village, Akaroa. And it was just like, and so I was thinking of names, but then Mirabelle is kind of like, Mira, look beautiful, and just this, from the inside out.
Yeah.
So
That's
right.
awesome.
Yeah. So I teach the classes at Clark now, cooking classes there. I teach classes. I rent a room at Marshall House on Officers Row and do classes there. I'm doing one next month on cholesterol. I did one this week. I did one on root causes of fatigue. And I did one on like liver and lymph earlier, like a winter detox type thing. So I just
These sound
do
like
these fun little
excellent
classes.
Do you do anything online?
I have well, I don't know if you work during the day. I have a free one next week, but it's at like 11 on a Tuesday or Thursday. But
For what is it on?
a clean eating blueprint.
Oh.
So
Good to know.
yeah, I do little free ones on Zoom, and then I've done a few on Zoom, but I love being with people.
Yeah.
And I always I love the collaboration that everybody kind of feels supported too. So I want to do, I'm on the verge, but then I work with people one-to-one too. I have a package it's called What the Heck Do I Eat?
Oh.
Because so many times people go to like a doctor or something and they're like, don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat this. And then people don't eat. And then you can't heal if you're not getting nutrition.
Do you do like the testing to figure out what people are sensitive to?
I do.
I might need to call you.
I know. I was thinking that too.
I'm going to.
I do functional blood labs, which has been really eye-opening because we do different, that was what my class was kind of about, this last one, these things behind fatigue. But, like labs are like this, and we have a totally different thing. And then we talk about what that could be.
Oh my gosh.
I'm an inflammation
contacting you.
investigator and digestive detective now.
I feel like as you get older, like inflammation, it's like you can't hide from it. I feel like when you're really young, I feel like you can kind of be like, whatever. Like your body's young, you can deal with it, manage it, and then you get to a certain point in your life, and you're like, I have to like face this head on and figure it out because it hurts. Like, it hurts to get out of bed sometimes. and a lot of it is inflammation. And that's something that when you go to a normal doctor, they're not going to tell you, they're
it's
just
really hard to find out,
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And the last course I'm doing in fall is called a clinical mastery. And I do like toxins and autoimmune diseases and things. So I'll do all those.
Yeah.
But it's just, it takes a lot. It's hard. It's like whack-a-mole sometimes too, that you're like, you think you got something, but then something else pops up. So it's a process.
Yeah. Well, and even with autoimmune stuff too, it's like half the medical industry doesn't even know what causes them or where they come from. Or I'm celiac, so I have autoimmune. My daughter's type 1 diabetic, so she's got autoimmune. So and it's just like, where did all this stuff come from? And, was it something we did? Was it, nobody knows. So, well,
There's a lot, and I think hasn't been fully researched either, you know? And I think women have a lot more autoimmune. You know, we didn't even matter till the 90s.
No.
Yeah.
In the medical world.
Does anyone want to revisit any of the wine, or did you
I
have a
do.
thought to finish, Carrie?
Oh,
I
yeah.
revisit.
I kind of want to like just go back to the old world one more time. I think
Yeah,
to
me
start
Me too.
with.
That one was
Yeah.
delicious. I
Yes.
love
I think
Old
I
World.
want the old world
That's
too.
a good idea.
Look at you.
Although the
Alright.
others were actually really nice.
Mhm.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah, I liked all of them. I think I liked the Washington one better
Yeah,
than the
I think-
Australian.
I think I'm the same.
Yeah.
I think I like the Washington.
I feel like the
usually like
Shiraz would be
Washington
really good at a
Square.
barbecue though.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like you need some
Mhm.
food to help it from falling
Yeah.
off. Some-
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Does that do that? Does food like help carry the flavor? sometimes?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why it was interesting is that I actually liked the beginning flavors of the Shiraz more than the Washington one.
Mhm.
But then it was like the Australian one just dropped off.
Left
and I
you
was like,
hanging.
it left me hanging. So I'm like, I don't know.
Like a bad Tinder date.
Yeah. I was like, it's like an Australian guy.
So
I would.
Am I getting red?
Yeah, your husband probably won't listen. You can tell us some stories.
Leave us the juicy gossip. What are Australian men like?
Well, I'm excited you liked this though. That's really great. So
Yeah,
great
that
job
was
picking
good.
it out.
they were all really good.
Yeah.
I feel like I've had some Syrahs that are not great, but these ones were all really good.
Yeah, they were very nice.
Guys, I think we did it.
I think we did it. Yeah.
We did it.
Yeah.
Carrie.
Yeah,
Thank you for letting me be your first guest.
Had a
Yeah.
good time.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
This was really
I love it.
fun.
It was a good walk down memory lane.
Yeah.
When I used to be like fun. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's past 7. I should have my bra off and watching Jeopardy right now.
That's awesome.
Sorry, we changed your plans.
That's okay. It's good. It's good.
No, hearing your stories, it's like I'm like, gosh, what have I done with my life? I am like, you have all these like really cool stories.
It is. Yeah, your stories were cool. I'm
Yeah.
like kind of jealous.
Well, podcast listeners, for the finish tonight, I would like you to meet someone very special, a little spooky. Chelsea, the wine witch.
Casting her charm. A little mischief won't do you no harm. One more pour, then you'll find her magic lives in your glass and mine. Wine witch, Chelsea, you're the wine witch.
All right.
Here she is, the wine witch.
So our friend Keri here has chosen the Modern Witch Tarot deck. And we're going to do her wine forecast.
Mm.
We're going to have a little fun with this because I have never read a wine forecast.
We're winging it.
Okay. So I'll just place the first 4.
Okay.
Is 4 good?
Yeah. You're the witch expert?
Yeah, you're the witch.
Oh, yeah. I'm the expert. Okay. So I'm going to place the first 4 cards.
Yes,
now.
yes.
And this
Perfect.
will tell us what your next favorite wine is going to, the characteristics it will embody. It will have.
Nice.
All right. First up, we have Page of Wands. We have Knight of Wands.
Oh.
And I will hold these up in a moment. We have 9 of Wands.
Wow, so many wands? Is that a normal thing?
And Ace of Wands.
Wow.
I know nothing here.
I know nothing, but I'm impressed.
So she has organized my deck because it was not this organized. So here is the first one.
Oh. Page.
This is our Page of Wands. Page of Wands. The page is always bursting with new ideas.
Oh.
So this wine
Guilty.
Maybe it's New World.
something new.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Going on to our Knight of Wands, which here I'll show this card as well. It's very pretty. The artwork is I love the artwork on this deck. Okay. The night is all action and doesn't spare any time to stop and think.
Ooh.
So to me, I think that means it's going to have like a burst of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Probably be full bodied. Something that's going to just have like a really great mouthfeel. What the 9 of Wands says. Let's see. You've got your fighting gear ready, your wands all stacked neatly in a wall of defense.
Oh, defense.
Mm.
Like an
You're
organized.
prepared for a good fight.
Maybe you're not going to share this wine.
Ooh, maybe I'm gonna drink too much.
Or maybe there's an organized gang of moms.
I know. So maybe this is going to be something that you're not sure of at first,
Mm.
you know, but you're, you know, willing to try it. Okay.
Always.
I see your friends Stephanie.
Why we get along.
She drinks all the wine.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. All right. So what does our Ace of Wands tell us? High above a desert landscape, baking in the sun and heat, your wand burns with passion.
Ooh.
Oh. Which
Something in
vine?
a dry, arid.
Maybe something from our local desert climate.
Walla
Yeah.
Walla.
Ooh.
I do need to take a trip out there. It's been like 10 years. Field trip.
Can we go?
Yeah. That would be awesome. All right. So,
Nice.
like, what's the summary of
So-
all together?
Oh, and I didn't show these. I'm sorry. So this is the 9 of Wands. And this is our Ace of Wands. So your forecast for today, I think, is you're going to find an interesting wine from Walla Walla or another desert that maybe you've been interested in for a while. You're probably not going to want to try it right away. It won't be your first pick. Maybe your second, maybe your third pick, but it will impress you.
I'm
With its
so
initial
excited.
That
Please
is your
report
wine
back.
forecast.
Yeah. Report back when you have to.
I will. I will. I'll send pictures.
Yeah, and then you'll have to come back, obviously.
Yes.
And I'll try it
yes.
too.
Yes.
Full report.
Yes.
And teach us more.
Yes.
Well, thank you. Thank you for doing that with
Yeah.
That was
That was
so
amazing.
fun.
Now I need a tarot deck. That was so cool.
I know. I'm like,
Oh, thank you so much again, Keri, for coming.
Thank you so much.
I feel like
Such
I
a great time.
learned so much from
yes.
you.
I know. Really did.
Yeah, and I bet there's a million other things you could teach us, but that's just why you'll have to come back.
Yes.
I have a few things. few things in my sleeves.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wet Hot Wine is hosted and produced by Stephanie Barnes, Chelsea Frering, Shannon Miller, and Britt Winnica. Sound engineering by Jeremy Miller. Photos by Stefan Frering. Music by Jesse Raborti. Logo design by Nick Winnica. This has been the Wet Hot Wine Podcast, copyright 2026, all rights reserved, just like our last glass.